Good day, mathletes. This time we're going to continue our discussion on your week 3 worksheet on illustrating rational algebraic expressions. And this time we're going to discuss letter B on how to evaluate each rational expression using the indicated values for the variables. So when we evaluate rational expression, we simply substitute the given value to each variable. Okay? Meaning, papalitan natin yung mga letters or what we call variables ng mga equivalent na mga numbers. So just like here in number 1, a is equal to 3. So that means we're going to replace 3 or a by 3, and we're going to replace b by negative 4. So as simple as that. For better understanding, let us answer number 1. We have here number 1. So 4a squared over 9b when a is equal to 3 and b is equal to negative 4. So we have 4, sorry, and a squared. So instead of writing a now, we're going to replace a by 3. So we have 3, and then take note that we still have squared. So squared over 9 times our b is negative 4. So we have here negative 4. You have to take note that, or you have to remember that we should always be careful when dealing with negative numbers. Okay? So let's simplify this further. So we have 3 squared. So let us simplify first 3 squared. Take note that 3 squared, that means 3 times 3. It's not 3 times 2. We are going to multiply 3 2 times or twice. So 3 times 3, we have 9 over 9 times negative 4. So this becomes 36. Then equals 4 times 9. So we have here 36 over negative 36. And 36 here is positive. So positive times negative is divided by rather negative is negative, right? Okay, let's write it here. Negative, and 36 divided by 36 is 1. Okay, so the value of 4a squared over 9b when a is equal to 3 and b is equal to negative 4 is negative 1. So this is actually the first method that we can use in evaluating rational algebraic expressions. Or the second one is we can directly cancel out common factors. So before multiplying directly whatever left after we cancel out common factors. Okay, so let me show you the other method in evaluating rational algebraic expressions by using the cancellation method. Ah, sorry. So we have here -4. Okay, so let's see. So we have 4 times 9. Oops, sorry. Equals. So 4, 3 squared. This is equal to 9 over. And then instead of multiplying 9 times -4, let's just copy this one. Because observe that in our numerator, we have the same numbers, 4 and 9. Okay, and in the denominator, we have 9 and -4. So observe that we have the same numbers. That means we have common factors here. So if this is the case, we should not multiply the numbers directly. Okay, so that we will not be dealing with bigger numbers. So since the process is multiplication both in the numerator and denominator, so we can apply the cancellation method. So we have 9 and 9 in the numerator and 9 and in the denominator. So we can cancel this out here. So let me use okay. So we can cancel this out. You have to remember that when we cancel the factors, it becomes 1. Okay? The numbers becomes, or the numbers or the variables rather, become 1. And we have 4 and -4 here. So cancel this out. Okay? You have to take note, we still have negative here. So we have here 1 and we have here -1. So that means we have 1 times 1 here. This becomes 1 over, and then we have 1 times -1 here. We have -1. So therefore, we have 1 over -1, or writing this in standard form, if one of if either the denominator or the numerator is negative, we should write the negative in between the fraction bar. So we have -1 over 1, or simply we have -1. Okay, so that's it. So we still have the same answer. Then let's move on to our example number 2. So given m over n cubed when m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2. So m is equal to 1, so we have here so we have 1 over our n is 2, and we have cube equals 1 over 2 cubes means 2 times 2 times 2. We are going to multiply the base, which is 2, 3 times, or thrice. So 2 cubed is equal to 1/8. So therefore, the answer here is 1/8. Okay, that's it. Then let's proceed to our example number 3. We have -2p plus 5 all over 3p minus 1 when p is equal to 4. So again, we have -2 times 4 minus 5 all over 3 times 4 minus 1. Then, simplifying this further, we have negative 2 times 4. We have negative 8, and then minus 5. So this isn't look like 8, okay. Then we have 3 times 4. We have 12 minus 1 here, there. This is plus, I'm sorry. Okay, so sometimes or more often we need to review whether we copied the right number or the right sign or operation. So we have here negative 8 plus 5. So meaning the two numbers here are unlike signed numbers. If this is the case, we simply subtract and then copy the sign of the bigger number. So we have 8 minus 5, we have 3. Okay? And the sign of the bigger number, which is 8, is negative. So therefore, we have negative 3. And 12 minus 1 is 11. Okay? Then, since the numerator is negative, we can write this as, or we can write this as negative 3, writing the negative in between the fraction bar, over 11. Okay? So, that's it. So, the answer for number 3 is negative 3 over 11. Next, we have number 4. So, in number 4, we have x minus 3, and our x is equal to 3. So, that means 3 minus 3 over 4 times 3. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0 over 12. And 0 divided by 12 is equal to 0. As I have observed, some of you got this wrong because your answer is 0 divided by 12 is undefined. So you have to remember that when dividing number by 0, that's what makes it undefined. Any number divided by 0 is undefined, okay? But not 0 divided by any number. 0 divided by any number is still equal to 0. Okay? So the answer here is 0. And for number 5, we have t squared minus 4 all over t plus 3 when t is equal to negative 1. Okay? So, t squared, so we have here negative 1 squared minus 4 all over negative 1 plus 3. So, negative 1 squared, that means negative 1 times negative 1. Okay? So, negative times negative is positive, and 1 times 1 is still 1. So, we have, since we have limited space, we have to erase this first. Okay, so we have negative 1 squared. Again, we have 1, and then we have minus 4 all over negative 1 plus 3. Again, recall, if we are subtracting or adding unlike signed numbers, simply, or adding unlike signed numbers rather, simply subtract and then copy the sign of the bigger number. So we have negative 1 plus 3. So unlike sign, that means 3 minus 1, we have 2. And what is the sign of the bigger number? It's positive. We have 3 plus 3. So positive, and then I'm sorry. Yes, we have negative 4 over 2, and negative 4, 1 minus 4, again unlike sign, so subtract 4 minus 1 is 3, and the sign of the bigger number is negative, that is negative 4 over 2. So, or we have negative 3 halves. Okay, that's it for letter B.